this is David from Dash Off-Road, and I'm going to give you guys a look at our new to us 22.68 Jayco All Terraon. Now, I feel like I could divide the people watching this video in half, you know, the husbands and the wives, most likely, because it's a Bunk family van, and usually the wives get what they want. So I'm going to show you the interior first, and then guys, I'll take you around the outside after. Alright, here we are inside. I'm going to show you around. Alright, a quick whiz around, and then I'll put my head in front of the camera and talk about what we're looking at here. But this is what we're, a little cupboard down here. This is what we're looking at. Big fridge. Bunks. Fans. Storage. Kitchen, bathroom. So this is actually our third Jayco. We had an expander, 14.44, then we went to a Jayco Starcraft, that was 22.68, so essentially the identical layout to what this is. And then of course the All Terraon. Oh, the first two were the Outback, so that sort of suspension model where they're a little bit higher with the independent suspension. This one's got the All Terraon, so it's basically the same but with some shock absorbers. But we were comfortable with the layout. We never thought we'd buy a Jayco, to be honest, as our third van. If you go and watch the video a couple of weeks back, you'll see why. But here we are, we're in a Jayco again, and I must admit, I'm pretty happy. So I guess what I'm going to show you in this video is what's really changed from the Starcraft to the All Terraon, and in the 5 years of Jayco's life. Right, so things that they've done well again is just heaps of storage, mountains of storage. More than you could ever want, really. There's stacks. Sirocco fans, standard, and if you look inside here, there's little pockets. There's a 240 volt charging one on either side, and USBs just on Sharon's side of the bed, which is annoying. Would have been good to have some like 12 volt USBs, but I don't know, I'll put them in like I did the last van, I suppose. So that's good. One thing they've done that I don't like is they've taken out this window. Like our last one had a window at the end here, and that was awesome. We've got so much more light. Same as the skylight. So our Starcraft had 3 skylights. This one's been replaced by a dust prevention system, which, you know, I wanted, but yeah, you can't have everything, I suppose. And if I keep walking back through the van, aircon, no problems there. There used to be another skylight here as well. Now there's just one in like the kids area down the back. I don't know why they did that. Here is my co-host for this video. Say hi, Dusty, picking prickles out of his paws. One thing I had an issue with the last van was I felt like a giraffe in here. Like it does, I'm almost 6 foot tall, or pretty much. I've got headroom and stuff, but when I go and sit like down in the cafe style lounge, it's like you've got to get in, squeeze around. I don't know if my last van had it or not, but in this van there's a little toggle here, so this can all slide forwards or back. Dusty's spluttering, so I've pushed it all the way the other way. Now side view, Dusty please. Now I can get in and I don't feel like a giraffe, so the kids are going that side. And this has also got a table. Like our last one had a trifold table. If you're buying one of these brand new, I think that's the way to go, because you can get it out of the way. Dusty, you're not helping for like making videos here. But with this style, you can lower it down, and this can become another bed for smaller kids, I suppose. My kids are 10 and 12. I don't think they'd fit here anymore. But I guess if you had kids younger than that, like that wanted to come along, they could go here too. Dusty, mate. Yeah, just lay down, mate. Just lay down. Alright, the colour scheme, it is what it is. It's Jayco. They've made it more modern. Yeah, it's better than before. They're not going to win any major awards for this, but this will probably be their contemporary design for the next 10 years. I swear my first Jayco expander had this same option and selections, and it's still rocking it, and that must be 6-7 years ago. But anyway, it doesn't look bad, and I guess that's why they do it. Alright, I want to get on to the electrical stuff a little bit. So there's, in this van, they optioned it with 2 lithium batteries that actually, this one is under the bed. A lot of them are outside. I'm happy with them under the bed because I can add on to it really easy. But they've got heaps better with a battery management system. I'll show you this. As I'm coming in closer, I'll add that the previous owner was nice enough to fix up the dodgy Jayco wiring. But here we go. This is the projector little system they've got. It tells us there's 2 amps of solar going in. There's 7.7 amps going out. How long is it going to take to charge at 2 amps? 999 minutes, I reckon, a long time. Voltage, what lithium batteries I've got, 200 amp hours, and voltage that's going in at the moment. I've just turned the fridge on because I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I think that is a massive improvement on what they had in my Starcraft. Showing the tanks, I've got 2 as well. I think the last one was 85 litres. I'd be surprised if that's any different. And there's 250 watt solar panels, which I think is adequate, to be honest. Here's the fridge, and this is a compressor fridge. It's not a 3-way. I must admit, wind back, you know, if I was going to build this van myself, I would have gone for a 3-way. But now that I actually have the compressor fridge, I wouldn't have it any other way. I had one in a van 4 or 5 ago, and it was noisy. It sucked a lot of juice because that was like AGM life back then. Now there's heaps of lithium, heaps of solar. This thing's perpetual. It'll just run forever, and it's massive. I'll show you. I think the previous owner, they got the the big fridge, the 224 litre, and have a look at it. Like, it is huge. Like, I've lived in houses with smaller fridges, and big freezer as well, which was something we always ran out of freezer space in the last one. Being compressor fridge, it's automatic, so if it senses 240 volt, it'll swap over, or if there's no 240 volt present, we're got 12 volt. So fuel sources, 12 volt is paramount here, but gas, like, I don't need it for the fridge. I probably need it for the barbecue, and that this guy optioned it with a gas heater, not a diesel heater. So like that would have been the next video, how to install a diesel heater to an All Terraon, but I don't have to do that because I've already got a gas heater. So I'm down to 2 fuel sources, and if I run out of gas, at worst I just can't, like, keep myself warm. So I'm pretty stoked with that, to be honest. And the controller for the gas heater is in a smart spot, like just here. So when you're in bed, you can just go, oh yeah, I want the gas heater on, boom, on we go, set the temperature, and we're off. The outlets for the gas heater, just got to go backwards a little bit. All right, Dusty, you're going to be famous again. Outlets are down the bottom there, so that's not a silly place, that's all right. And then how much space does it take up? That was my other question. Not that much. Like, you can see that, it's, I don't know, what's that, 18 centimeters high, I reckon. And that's where the batteries live as well. Kitchen looks good. These handles always used to break on the old one, so it'll be interesting whether they have a problem with this one. I just carry spares. The black handles look good, but why couldn't they just, like, get a black tap and maybe even a black sink? I would love it if they did that. That would lift the whole area, I believe. They are getting better on a few things. Starcraft, they put this light down flush here and you couldn't plug anything in, so they've lifted that up. That's nice. USBs, kids are always looking to charge their stuff and there was never enough places to charge. I'll show you up here as well. I don't actually know what this is, but it's got this sphere, I don't know, Wi-Fi system. I'm very curious to see what that is. I think that's a bit of a bonus for me, but I think that's going to give me some sort of Wi-Fi, maybe as an expander, or put a SIM card in it. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to investigate that. Alright, moving down, this has got an oven, which I'd always get. I'm sure this will polarize people, but we use our oven a lot in our van. We'll be cooking a chook in the Weber and a potato bake in the oven, so I would do that again. They've got rid of the electric hot plate, which I must admit, we never used the electric one. If I was going to design all of this again, I wouldn't even have 4. Like, it's very rare that you'd ever cook 4 things at once. I'd probably just have 2, but like position them so you could actually get 2 decent pots on there. We use this as our pantry, and that's fine. in the Starcraft, we had a bit more room here. I don't know if you can see that, but my arm can only go in, not even up to my elbow. And that's because there's a mount for the TV on the outside of the van now. Kids' beds, they seem to have upgraded these too, which is good. You can still get underneath and into this area by lifting that up if you need to. Can't say we ever did it, to be honest. The drawer is now absent. Look, hello Dusty. There used to be a drawer out there, and that was for kids stuff. That was always a mess. I'm not going to miss that. And there was a drawer here, which I still here. Yeah. So that's just, that used to be the wine rack, to be honest. We put a little thing in there for wine. There's nothing in there, Dusty. I'm going to take you down the back to the kids area, and this is where I think a lot of the caravan manufacturers get it wrong. They make it all nice and airy. They either, you know, give you a bigger bathroom down the back here, but there's nowhere to put like the kids' clothes. Right, we give the kids one drawer each. We've got 2 kids, and a couple of shelves each, but then like there's massive amounts for usually the board games go up the top, just other bits and pieces, towels, that sort of thing, and even in the bathroom. But like this has got a washing machine in it. We really weren't sure whether to go washing machine or not if we were going to build one again. We've used it occasionally, but it uses so much water you can't use them off grid. I've got another video on Jayco washing machines if you want to know about that and how much water they use. So we only ever used it when we're at a caravan park, and like there's always places at caravan parks anyway like to do washing. All the windows no different, they're not bad, can't argue about that too much really. And the bathroom area is about the same. They've changed this light from the Starcraft. Dusty mate, as much as you do need a bath, what are you getting yourself tangled up? But that's functional. It's not the biggest, but like it works, and when the kids need a shower it's not that hard. Hooks, we put hooks everywhere here, and we use them all the time. This is where the hats got hung up. These are useless. Look how strong they are. They're gonna fall off anyway. Look at that, that's hopeless. Anyway, so we're going to put some decent hooks up here and down here, and that's where the towels dry and all that sort of thing. So that's the inside of the van. I think we should go outside. I didn't show you inside this cupboard, and arguably my favourite feature is in here. So there's a normal, look at that, is that supposed to have a strut? Anyway, this is the switch for the Wi-Fi, the hot water service. It's got an instant hot water service. So the old one had a 23 litre, which was not bad. All 4 people could get through the shower with like really quick showers. Some of the vans I see these days have got like a 14 hot water service. Like that's not enough for a family, it wouldn't work. But instantaneous, that's dangerous. Turn it on, press the temperature, 50 degrees or whatever, and it just stays at that temperature. I've tested it, it is awesome. So I probably wouldn't have optioned it if I built it, but now I've had it, I'm like, yes, I'd totally do that again. And the other thing is the awning. So it's electric. Have a look at this. I'll press retract, extend. I'll flip to the drone footage, but it just does it all automatically. And it's a windy day today, to the point where I don't think I would have put the awning out on a Starcraft. But this electric system, I think, is superior. I was worried that it wouldn't be, but like it is, it's much better. Alright, let's head out and have a look. Excuse the road noise. Let's start from the front and work our way around. Alright, must have DO35. That's just a safety thing, plus it tows the car better. Yeah, it's got brakes and camera and all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure what was standard and what wasn't. There's the camera, ESC, so all of that's just, I guess, standard stuff. I never wanted a toolbox on the front, because if you've got space, you put stuff in it and then it gets heavier. Dusty. Let's have a look at the weight of the van actually while we're here, because being lightweight was a big deal. So I don't know if you can see it. It says axle group mass 3.3 ton, so that's huge. Oh, ATM 3192, interesting. And empty, where's the tear? Tear. Ball mass 216, but add 50 onto that, because that when you put stuff in it, that's just what happens. Oh, here we go, tear 2592. So to be honest, considering the size of this van and how much you get for the size, it's not that heavy. Like 2.6 ton, we only ever put probably about 400 or 500 kilos in our old one when we loaded it up. So it's, even though it can go to, you know, what was that, 3.3, I don't think it's ever going to go past 3.1 really. Like, unless you're living out of it, you wouldn't have to fill it right to the top. Back to the front and the tunnel boot, yeah, there's space. So I can see this being fishing rods, which I never really knew what to do with. Maybe the jockey wheel. Just came with a standard jockey wheel. I'm going to change that out. I hate the standard jockey wheel. I'll get one of those powered ones. Again, yeah, can't help myself. There's a place for jerry can holders, so I'll put one in there. There's more weight. I should really take that out. So in the front, I've got no idea what's going to go in here. Maybe kids' scooters, but I'm going to try and keep that as empty as possible, because you don't need to put all this space in there. What's going on, Dusty? Is no one talking to you? Hey, it's all right. It's okay, we're just making a video. You're famous. All right, they have fixed other stuff. So the latches on the Starcraft were pretty average, to be honest, and they weren't insulated. These are made of the same things as the Caravan. Big tunnel boot. Looks like they've done better in here. It's all plastic, but it's all sealed. Right, that's the same. Dusty, mate, what's the issue? What's up, mate? You just want another pat, do you? All right. They've finally put the picnic table in the right place. They always put them there, but where do you barbecue? There. So that is the right spot to put a picnic table. If it didn't have one there, we would add one. And we did do a video on this on the previous van, so if you want to go back, a couple of GPOs out here, and that's probably if I do induction cooking outside. I don't like to cook inside the van that much. And this is what I was telling you about with the, so that's how a traditional, that's how the Starcraft doors are. They're not insulated, this stupid latch that rusts, and you end up fighting with. But we can have the TV out here, so that I like. Oh, and there's more power out here as well, 12 volt and 240. So that's good, but these latches, they're pretty average. Only one light. I probably would have gone two. I never thought that one light was enough out here. Of course, you've got a light, strip lighting through the awning too. And the tunnel boot here, this is like so good. If you don't have 3 kids, option this up just to be a tunnel boot, no matter what van you get. You can fit so much stuff in there, and that's just where all the kids' toys, dirty stuff goes in there. Don't have to worry about it. But yeah, these latches are heaps better. We'll keep walking around, and it's raining, so there's commitment to the cause. A couple of cameras up the back there. Got to work out how that's going to fit, because I've got a safety Dave in my car, bike rack, obviously toilet, that sort of stuff. My old fridge had a vent top and bottom, so that's interesting. They've only got one at the bottom. That would be the gas heater outlet, water filler, and hot water, and of course another one on this side. On here, slide out for the old King's generator, which I never use, to be honest. I take it as like just in case, but I've never really had to use it. Now, the blokes are going to see underneath, so let's have a look under there. What have we got? All right, so that must be like a, what would that be? Like, it's like a water outlet or something. I'll have to find out. Suspension, it's just good enough to go, I guess, into rough campsites. Now they put a shock absorber in it. I think that's a good idea. Wow, this wind has really picked up. It'll be interesting to see how this goes in the awning. Talking about suspension though, some of the vans that you can get, I'm going to pick on Lotus just because I can. They're like full off-road suspension. It's an extra 600 kilos. Like, if you've got a big van and you need that sort of suspension, I don't think you should be there. Like, tracks are tight and narrow. I don't want to do high speeds when I'm like off-road with a van. This is, I think, the lightest weight, capable, it's not going to fail, suspension that you can get. It does have a shock absorber in there. The coils I'll probably change out to airbags, because I just like airbags in my world, and that helps for leveling. I hate getting to camp and having to dig holes or put ramps on to level it out. Have an airbag, holy moly, and you can just do it pneumatically. And I reckon that little window, that hole there, is going to be perfect for it. Let's hope I don't ruin my awning on its first time out. Sharon's going to kill me when she sees this. But the electric awning, like, we'll have it out overnight, and you'll hear it overnight with wind, and it will start about midnight. The elbow and the ribs. David, go and pack the awning up. Half an hour later, David, go pack the awning up. 1 o'clock, David, go pack the awning up. And the thing is, if it's raining or windy, or I've had a couple of beers, I don't want to get out and pack the awning up, but it seems to be the bloke's job. So now we can share this responsibility and just go press that button. That is going to save a marriage, I tell you. Well done, Jayco, for that one. Alright, a couple of things to round this video out because the weather is turning bad. When you buy Jayco second hand, even though it comes with a 2-year warranty, that is not transferable to the next owner, so just keep that in mind in your negotiations. But I'll tell you, we've been searching for a van for a good year or so. Our budget was actually higher, but this is, we could get this one quickly and it was second hand, but I swear this Jayco All Terraon is the best valued, highest featured van probably on the market. Yeah, there's better vans, but like for that family that wants to even get their first van, and it's pretty much can do anything a van with more value can do. You might just get some more specific choices. I think Jayco have nailed it again. Can't believe I'm saying that. I did not think I was going to buy another Jayco. Oh, Dusty, where are you? I think I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon picking prickles out of you. We're going to wind this one up. If you want to see more reviews like this, I've done heaps on other vans that I've owned, and I'll probably do more on some of the new little gadgets I've bought, like this cool new barbecue to go on the tunnel boot, because that is actually, you can fit a decent barbecue in there now. That's a massive improvement. I forgot to mention that. The power jack, and there's some other bits and bobs that I'll do reviews on too. So yeah, subscribe for me and you'll see more of these videos. See you next time on YouTube. Yeah.